Hey there, everybody. How you doing today? This is Patrick Moore, co-owner of BTS, with my partner Kwan Mayo, and we're very excited to be here. How you doing today, Kwan?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
Doing excellent. Really excited to have our first webinar of 2016. If you've been around since last year, you know there's been a lot of changes, and all for the good. Lots of improvements, upgrades, enhancements, and different things we've done to our trading feed to give you guys the edge, allow you to win more, get more opportunities, and there's less instructions. So there's less training involved. So overall, we sat back, we reevaluated what we're doing, and we had a lot of different features and bells and whistles before, but our core business model was not somewhat neglected, and it was the best thing we had going. It's people were saying they had the most success on it. So rather than continuing to add all these other things, we went back to our core business model and we improved our feed to give you guys more trades and make it easier for you guys to make money in binary options. And we're going to go ahead and show you how to do that. So if this is your first time in binary options in general, or your first time at BTS, maybe you've done other binary options trading, we're going to cover this as if you're brand new, you've never seen binary options, you've never seen our feed, and you're going to learn exactly what you need to do to successfully trade off the feed. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to Kwan, and he's our master trader here, and I'm going to let him take over and show you how to do this. So go for it, Kwan.
All right, I'm gone. Can you see my screen currently?
Yes, I can.
All right, so first things first, before we do anything, if you're new or if you experienced, the first thing you should be doing when you log on is not jumping straight to the stream, but actually going to one of these two sites right here, which we're going to go jump right into. And that would be forexfactory.com or investing.com. And both of these right here are news sites where you check for daily news. And
hey, Kwan, I'm sorry, did you click screen share, or because I did too, so I want to make sure I'm not stealing the screen from you. I want to make sure
it says I'm sharing right now. Can you see my screen?
I can see your screen. Okay, we're good now.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry about that, guys. So here we go. You should go to one of these two sites right here first, and here go Forex Factory. What you'll be looking for is you're looking for red folders. Orange folders is medium impact news. Red folders is high impact news. And you never want to trade our stream during high impact news. So it doesn't matter if it's a New York session, Asian session, London session. If it's high impact news, you want to stay away. And right now you can see that it's currently 8 o'clock Eastern time. So we're fine. The news is fast. But all these times when you've seen it with red folders at 10 a.m., you shouldn't have been trading all the way from 10 till really past 11:15. You shouldn't have been trading. And what we recommend is not trading 15 minutes before, 15 minutes after these times. So if you see that news was going to come between at 8:30, then that means at 8:15 you should have stopped trading, and then you should have started again at 8:45. Okay. Again, and then same thing over here at investing.com. If you're looking over here, then we're looking for 3 bullheads. Okay, and you want to check them both, because sometimes some won't show here, it'll be here, some be here, and it won't be there. So you want to check both sites. And what you're looking for over here is you're looking for 3 bullheads. And if you see 3 bullheads, then you stay away. 2 bullheads, you keep caution. That means it's medium impact, but you definitely stay away on high impact news. Okay. The other thing we're looking for is when we come to the stream, we're looking for a lot of volatility. And what that means is we're looking for a lot of movement. Okay. You see when price moves and it's not just stagnated, it's not taking these candles aren't just small, they're nice big candles. It's moving in both directions. And it's not just staying like this. Right now, you see right now the price, the market is ranging. That's what we call this, when it's just in one direction, is not going up and down like a heartbeat, like this would be. And in them kind of situations, more normally this is a type of situation where I wouldn't probably be necessarily trading. I would wait to trade when it's more volatility and it's a lot of movement. The time frames that you can see a lot of volatility and a lot of movement is the London session, the New York session, and in between. That's probably going to get the most movement. That's where you're going to get a lot of time that you get the trade. I believe that's between Eastern time would be 3 o'clock, okay, 3 a.m. And was that on Pacific time? That'd be 12. And then you could take that all the way until the morning time, all the way until, I say you could trade all the way until about 12 to 1 the next day, the afternoon. And then at that point, I would stop. I would pretty much take a break and probably come back Asian session, which is like 4 or 5 in the p.m. And then I would come back around that time and then take over again. But we designed our stream. With that being said, however, we designed our stream to be able to be traded during any session. Okay, so it's just what you need to look for during that session is just the volatility and the fact that it's not high impact news or a bank holiday, anything like that. So with that being said, we could jump right in. So this is our live signal stream. Now I want to jump in some right here. So right here, you see we got the AUD JPY. We just got a pre-signal. So first we get a pre-signal. We would set up AUD JPY for a put. And what we're looking for is on the next candle, we can go in, is for it to come within 5 seconds. So we got in within 5 seconds, as you see, of this trade. So what we're looking for is 5 seconds of an opening candle. If it comes in after 5 seconds, then we don't take that trade. The reason being is because even though that you could be well in the money for that whole trade, what can end up happening is when the next candle presents itself and you go beyond 5 seconds, then it can start to go in the opposite direction. So the whole time you might have been in the money for this candle, as you see we are right now, but when the next candle presents itself, then we're going to be out the money. It's a potential of us being out the money. And if we are out the money, then within 5 seconds, usually you should be good, but you're going to see a big move within the next, after that. So that's the reason why we don't want to play with fire, and then we just stay out. If it goes beyond 5 seconds, stay away. Now, I have played with that rule, give or take, but to keep your trades more secure, we're going to stick to the rules. I would have jumped in right now, not on this next trade, but we want to take one trade at a time. The other thing that I want to get into, don't overlap your trades. You see, we just won. So to keep yourself from blowing your account or from going up and down, don't overlap your trades. Just wait. Now you can see that this trade right here, this Euro AUD, we would have been well in the money. I could have jumped right in on that, but I prefer to see if this AUD JPY that we took first was going to win, because that can determine how I'm going to go into the next trade, when I'm going to wager, if I'm going to go all in, not all in, but how much I'll wager, how much I'm not, if I want to take that trade, you see? So that can help you a lot of times also from messing up your accounts. Also, if you look right now, it appears that trade is actually out the money, okay? So now you just saved yourself a trade also by not overlapping your trades. So now we in the money for this one. We out the, well, actually this one just jumped in the money, but let's say it didn't jump in the money though. Let's say it would have continued to go down. Okay, so that would have been a losing trade. So that was a winner. That was actually a winner. And also, I don't know if you was paying attention, but up here, this AUD USD actually just won as well. Okay, you can see the arrow, both of them going down. So this one, that one, and this one won. That's 3 trades. If I wasn't talking, I definitely would have got in on this AUD USD. So that would have been 2 trades right there that you just seen in real time win. But no, but all in all, you just see 3 trades win. So now I want to get into the next aspect of this training, because we're going to keep this short and sweet. Okay, you see how we just won those 3 trades? That we could have easily just got into those 3 trades. You just seen them in real time. Right there, done. Done for the day. You see right here, we just made a profit, okay? The 25 brought us back 41.75, okay? So 3 times. That's what I would have took that for. So I would have took 3 trades, okay? I'm well in profit at that point. I'm done for the day. I'm gonna take my profits and I'm gonna be done. You could do that with a $25 balance. You could do that with a $100 balance, whatever that you're in within your risk management. And what we mean by risk management is to don't ever wager more than 5% of your total account balance. So if you have 5 to 10%, so if you have an account balance of, let's say 200, Okay, when I recommend starting off with 1,000, to be honest with you, because when you put $1,000 in, and that means you got skin in the game, and you can take some real trades, and you don't have to worry about risking blowing your account, and you also don't have to worry about risking trying to overtrade to compensate and then make a significant amount of profit at the end of the day. See, paying 25, as you see, you know, we made what, like a $20, $17 profit, somewhere around that range. But if you was putting $100 down, then you would have made anywhere between $70 to $80 profit, okay, from that. And if you did that 3 times, okay, that's a nice significant amount of money you can make daily. You times that by a week, and then you times that by a month, you're making some nice money in binary, well enough to pay for your month's subscription and be in profit, and couple what you initially put into your bank, a broker account. So that's what we recommend. I recommend concentrating on trying to take 3 winning in the money trades a day off the stream. We don't recommend trying to take every single signal that you see. Also, when you have opportunities like we have right now, you see the CAD, JPY, and the USD just presented itself. Well, you know what I'm going to do at that point? I'm going to see which one looks like the best probability trade to take. Right now, this looks like it's sort of in a downtrend if you're looking at this CAD. But if you look at the USD JPY, it looks like that it's pretty much this was support and this resistance, and it has a good chance of going up. So we can actually set up for that USD JPY for a call. And if it presents itself, I would get on that trade, because this is pretty oversold down there. You see, it's pretty far, it's pretty deep, so it has a lot of potential to rise. So I would have felt that was a trade that's a high probability. And as you see, even though we didn't get a signal, it's doing just that. It's rising up. Why? Because this was support down here. This is a resistance. And you know, before, when it came down here support, you see price went straight up. So I would have felt that with it being down here again, price is going to do that again. Okay, so I would have went in on that trade, versus here we have no indicator telling us that price is going to go back up, because if you look over here, it never came this low before and went up. So I know I don't want to get too deep into that right now. That's a whole nother a whole nother webinar. But basically, just keep that in mind when you have a lot of opportunities and a lot of trade opportunities. To pick your best opportunity that you can, and to go in on the trades that you feel will be a high probability winner. When you have a lot of trade opportunities, don't try and just take all the trades, take the right trades. So I just wanted to point that out. And the way that another thing that you can go by on, like I said, is playing off of support resistance. And what that means is you're dealing with the high, and the support is going to be where it came down to the lowest. Okay, and then the highest, and then some resistance is going to be what came up to the highest and previously. So you see, like before, it came up here and the price jumped down. So if it ever comes back up right here, then you got a signal, and it was up here. This will be a high probability trade that I would take for a put. If it ever came way down here and you got a signal for a call, that would be a high probability call that I would take. So those kind of situations, when you're looking to see what type of trade that you should go on, then look for those type of indicators to have you feel uncomfortable, versus look over here, just GBP USD. See how this is all ranging and everything's pretty much sideways? Well, if I got a signal here, I'll probably be a little bit more cautious, and I probably wouldn't be so comfortable getting in on this trade, because it really doesn't tell, unless it was a put like it is right now. You see that put, and the only reason why I feel a little bit more comfortable taking that put is because if you notice, we're in a downtrend. So since we was in this downtrend right here, then I would be a little comfortable. But at the same time, if you notice, it's been ranging for quite some time. So really, I would probably just not even take this trade right here. So again, make a judgment call. You don't have to take all the signals when you get so many. So right now, I'll probably stay away from this GBP and just wait for a different signal to present itself, because right now the market's ranging right there. But if somewhere right here where I see a lot more movement, you see this USD JPY, that I would take. See over here, this Euro USD, especially this Euro USD, is setting up for a put play. You see, because the highest over here, it came up and dropped. So it's getting close to there again. So anything around this area, I would be, see, did I just tell you? Put. So they go to put play right there. So I'll be comfortable with taking that play. Okay? So like I said, I don't want to make this too long. I want to make this short and sweet and brief, and that way everybody can go through it, and you can reference back, and it makes sense to you. You just seen I took a trade live, that 1-1. At the time I took that trade live, you seen 2 more present itself, and it was right there in the money as well. We could have took those 3 trades and been done for the day. one of those trades I won't count, only because I said I don't want you overlapping trades. So let's say even if we took two of those trades won already in real time, we still would be in the money. I would take one more though, okay? Just one more. You can get away with taking two and still be profit for the day, but one more, and that should be a significant enough profit for you, whether you're waging $25, $100, even $1,000, whatever your account balance permits you to be able to wager, that should be more than enough for you to do. So okay, that's it for me. Kawhi Mayo, going to BTS. Thank you. I'll pass it off back to you, Patrick.
All right, perfect. So what I'd like to do here is, that was a short presentation. We didn't want to do it very long. We've had hour-long webinars in the past, but maybe we can open it up to some questions. And why don't we go ahead? I'm going to go to Facebook here in the binary, the live group. For those of you watching right now, let me open this up here, and I'm just going to type any questions or something. Let's see. Are you on the webinar now? Get your questions answered here. So go to the post I just made, and any questions you have about what you've seen or what you didn't see here today, feel free to respond and leave a comment and ask any questions that you have, and we'll try to address those. But as you can see, it's really not very challenging of a system to use, and we designed it that way. We want it to be where you come in here and you get in for a few minutes, jump on a few trades, and be out. You don't need to be here. Even though you might get 50 or 100 trades a day, that's not what this is designed for. You're not supposed to take all 100 trades. Take just a couple trades and be out. Okay, so we got our first question. Sometimes it shows a prepare to enter trade, and sometimes it doesn't. Any reason why?
Yeah, because price is steadily moving and it's very volatile, you know, when you're dealing with just a 60-second chart. So, you know, sometimes it's going to be a trade opportunity, and then other times, right, just that quick, the price could have reversed and all of a sudden it's not a trade opportunity. So sometimes you're going to get pre-signals, and then they're going to not, like right now, you hear that it's going all over the place. But then by the time the next candle opens up, you know, price could have dramatically went in the opposite direction. So all of a sudden you don't have that pre-signal no more. But what I tend to do though, if you get a pre-signal, even though it might disappear, I would still stay on that pair for the next candle, at least watch it for the next opening candle for those 5 seconds, because a lot of times it'll disappear, but it'll still reappear because that was still a good signal. It's just that right before it was about to reappear, boom, price had moved. So it made the algorithm to look at that as not a pre-signal anymore. But in all actuality, it's only inches away from being a signal. So as soon as it went back, those inches, bam, it presented itself. And now you're like, oh, man. And it just gave you an entry signal and then give you another pre-signal. So to keep that from happening, just set up anyways when you get a pre-signal, and just stay on it. And then after 5 seconds, then go ahead and move on.
He clarified here, says not the pre-signal. It is a pre-signal and a prepare to enter trade message that shows below the pre-signal indicator.
Pre-signal alert, and it says prepare to enter. Or you mean the entry signal, that the actual entry signal when it's telling you to actually come in? If you're talking about the actually entry signal, you're saying it disappears. Then that does happen at times where sort of like it's repainting. So it's like it gave you an entry signal, and then usually we notice that happens when it's out the money. A lot of times it goes out the money, then all of a sudden the signal will disappear. And in situations like that, there's not really much we can do about it, you know, because if we tighten up the algorithm so it won't do that, then you won't get as many signals. So it was kind of judgment call we had to make. It was like, we can make it so the system doesn't repaint as much, but if we do that, then they're not going to get as many signals. Or we can give them more signals, but at times it's going to repaint and it's going to disappear. So we felt that you guys would rather have more signals and it disappear versus it doesn't, but you're sitting here all day waiting for one signal to come.
Yeah, we've tested out different ways, and the other way, you just don't get as many signals. With this one, we can't tweak it to where you're not always going to see that message or it not go away. But this way, it's designed to give you more opportunities. And if you follow what you've learned here, just knowing a couple of these key strategies, you're going to know whether or not you should even be in on the trade. Even though this thing tells you should be trading, just by remembering what Kawan talked about here today, hopefully you took some notes. You can always go back and watch this because it is recorded and it is pretty much available here as soon as we're done with this webinar at the same link. Then you can go back and understand a couple of these things that you need to pay attention to before you get in on the trades. But yeah, Sean, go ahead and send a screenshot here of what you're referring to and send it to admin@binarytradesignal.com. And we can address that and figure that out.
And Wasi said very informative, good info. Appreciate it, and I appreciate you being here. Thank you.
Yep, absolutely. Thank you very much, and thank you for everybody that has joined. So I don't really have anything else. If you guys have any other questions, of course, feel free just to keep asking them here in this spot, and one of us will make sure to respond to you. This webinar, like I said, it's going to be recorded. It's going to be available at binarytradesignal.com/webinar. So you can share this with anybody that you want to, maybe they're interested in binary trade signaling or, signals. And this is, you like our services, so you want to refer them.
We'll be here. We'll try to do these we were saying once a week if it's need be, but we're definitely going to be bringing this at a minimum of once a month for sure. And we're trying to do it once a week. I don't know if it gets redundant given the same information, but it depends. We'll always have new people coming in, so I guess it never could really get redundant. But so we'll just play that by ear. But no matter what, definitely we're going to be doing these type of trainings because we want to make sure that you guys are getting the most out of it and maximizing your situations for winning. And I honestly feel that if people are concentrating on taking 2 to 3 trades a day and not 5 to 10 trades a day, everyone would be in profit. Everyone, because I've made numerous videos already. You guys see me trade live. I've always do this live. Everything's at stake. I mean, even right now, our webinar could have went all wrong and you could have seen all losses and did the opposite of everything I'm saying. And we always do this live. We always, we're not afraid to show it because we believe in our system and we stand by it. Look, it's right now as I'm speaking, it's all kinds of trades going off. Right now, they're currently all in the money too. But yeah, it's awesome. But like I said, we stand by our system and we believe in it. So when we do these webinars, we do them live, and then even when whether they're gonna win, lose, or draw, we show it all. That's why we stand by it. So again, like I said, I want to thank you. I want to draw this on. So I want to thank you guys. I'm done. I have nothing more to say, and I appreciate everyone for being here. If you have any questions, feel free to contact admin@binarytradesignal.com, and for sure you'll get your questions answered within 24 hours. In most cases, even sooner. So thank you guys again. Have a blessed day.
Yep. Thank you very much. You guys have a great day, and we'll chat with you here soon.